It's that time again. Let's see what's in the vintage toy box. And today on Vintage Toy Box, I've got my lovely Stephen with me again, which means it's another, oops, if I can get it out of the box, Lego build. Now, this is another 3-in-1 Lego kit, which Stephen got for his birthday. Yes, I know, we've still got the third dinosaur to do from the dinosaur 3-in-1 Lego build, but we'll get to that. Today, we are going to build, which one of these are we going to build today, Steve?
We're going to build the one on the front, which that? I think is a representation of like an F15 fighter plane. It's an American, modern American jet. That's the closest I can think that might be. So that's what we're going to do today. And then there's two other planes that you can build. I'm not sure if you can see, but then there's this one, which would probably be a representation of a Russian plane with the wings sweeping forward, but I'm not entirely sure what the name of that is. So before we build that, I will do a bit of research.
Yes. And
then the other one, it looks like a generic propeller-driven plane. I don't think it's a direct representation of anything, but this looks like a very interesting kit. So yeah, we'll be interested to see how it works.
Okay, so let's get on with the build.
Alright, let's open the box. The box is actually quite nice. It's got a little thing there, so it tells you how to open it. And of course, guess what? It doesn't work.
Would you like some help?
Yeah, you open it.
I've got nails. Let's see.
Okay, it's not going to.
So much for that. Aha! Yay! There we go.
Right.
You can do the rest.
And inside the box, I'll put the box to the side for now. We have two little bags of stuff and a load of different other paraphernalias. I think this is right. There is the instructions for the Russian plane, and here is the instruction for the plane we're going to build today. And this, I presume, will be the third one. Yes, the other one. So I'm going to put these away, and we're going to open up whether or not this is. Hey, it actually worked.
Sometimes those tear strips do not work as intended.
Pieces. Now I'm going to try and show you the stages that I'm building. So the first bit is quite simple. Put that to the side, or perhaps this side. One thing that I can notice though is, like, quite often the colour that's on the instructions is not exactly the same as the colour that you need. Because if you look at these, it looks like rather a dark grey, but it looks like it's pertaining to these two pieces, which is a much lighter grey than I would have thought. But anyway, so let's get on with it. This is quite interesting. This piece could have something else in it, and yes, it does. It would have one of these that you place in it, and then it becomes a piece that actually rotates.
Wow. Okay.
So it doesn't show putting that in just yet, but I think it's going to help make the wings of this thing move. It'll be interesting to see if that actually happens. This was a present to me for my 40th birthday, sort of just reminding me of how I was 40 years ago, 30 years ago or something, you know.
Bit of childhood nostalgia.
Yeah. And it was our good friend Katie who gave it to me.
Thank you, Katie.
As she knows that I like Lego and that I even sell second-hand Lego on my eBay shop. So, and she also knows that Rose does this sort of thing. So, sort of actually helps all of us.
Yeah.
And I enjoy playing around with Lego anyway. I find it relaxing, funnily enough. Right, okay. Now we're going on to the next bit. It looks like we're making the cockpit area with this one. When this bit fits in there, it can rotate, and that's obviously what's going to help rotate the wings. So we're turning the wing upside down, and we're putting the rotatey bit that we will soon clip into there, and then we are going to turn it like that and put that like that. Right. So it shows. The next picture actually shows clipping the wings, the one wing in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the other wing and we're going to clip both in together because I prefer to do it that way. So the point being, that's the action, and you can see how the wings go out.
Oh wow, I like that.
Okay, that's the point of the thing. Now, the plane in real life is would be a supersonic. So that's something that travels faster than the speed of sound. So when it goes supersonic, it folds its wings back, and that makes it technically, I suppose, more aerodynamic and go faster. That's why most planes you see that go faster than the speed of sound have what we call swept back wings. Then when it wants to literally slow down, it does that, basically, and it can slow down.
Can you explain for our viewers out there who don't know why, when they make things like this, do they make it like in brightly coloured and not like what the colours airplanes would be?
Well, I mean, I've seen aeroplanes like this in these colours.
Really?
Yes. Particularly the American ones, because they don't always camouflage their planes. But also sometimes the planes are for training purposes, so they have bright colours to sort of let people know. Most training planes used to, for the military, be in a yellow, very much like this colour. The whole plane would be yellow.
Okay.
So that you could immediately see it's a learner plane type
I
of thing.
I thought it had something more to do with the fact that if you made one in normal colour, all the Legos would be the same colour, and it would be kind of very confusing.
Well, yeah, there is also that. It's to maintain interest as well. You know, different multicoloured. If this was all in grey, it would be slightly more difficult, and yeah, maybe a little bit boring. Okay, so we're probably going to be starting the tail area a bit now. This bit. It's actually very interesting how they've used these pieces to come up with the shapes that they come up with. And the shape's pretty accurate. I mean, obviously you're not aerodynamically accurate, but the general shape. So I think it looks like an F15. I could be wrong. I don't know a lot about jets, but it's definitely supposed to represent an American fighter of some sort. So, yeah. Now, when I put these pieces on, I'll explain to you a little bit more about this, because you can't see where the engines are. Now, if you can see here, can they see this bit?
If you move your finger. Yeah, what do you...
Right,
yeah, no, yes, I can see.
So this plane actually had two engines in real life, and those holes would be the air intakes. Okay. And the engines would run the whole length of the aircraft right to the back.
Big engines.
And so that, you know, it would have big and be very fast, obviously. you can see here that it's 2 outlets, and they've put little orange or yellowy orange see-through bits to simulate the flames, I presume. So that's that. We'll see where it fits on the aircraft. Well, obviously at the back, because it looks very silly at the front. Okay.
I reckon it goes
I
like
get its point now.
that,
This
sorry.
is very interesting. Oh, I love how they've done this. Have a look. It says click, click. So you're supposed to slide it in and click with the 2 of the other parts from the wings. And I love how they've put the sound, click, click.
Lovely.
They've even done it, I don't know if that's Chinese or Japanese, but they've done it there. So, yeah, click, they've got click there, C-L-I-C, in some language. I don't know, maybe that's French or German,
Possibly.
I don't know. And then the English click. That's clever.
That's very
Right.
clever.
So I don't know if you can see these bits?
Yes.
These claws are to click onto those, and that's how it gets held. Now this is going to be quite tricky. So, oh gosh.
It is tricky.
There. Did you hear the
Yay.
click?
We heard the click.
You heard the click. That's an interesting, well, I've never seen that before in there. Got the other click. So you see, look what happens. As the wings come out, the engine comes out.
Wow, that's
so
cool.
that it slows the aircraft down. I don't know if it does that in the real life, but I presume it probably does, because the engines have bits on them that can either increase or decrease the amount of air that escapes. So there we are. That's a very interesting thing. Right, so we're now going on to, I think, the last bit, which will be the tail pieces. I mean, this is so interesting the way it's done. I'm quite impressed with that. There, that's done. So you can now see the whole thing, and you can see it working.
Will I do a bit of a close-up on it? There
Yeah.
you go. Wow.
And that's really interesting the way they've done that.
No rip.
So yeah, I'm quite impressed with this kit.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so there it is. One build done.
And that's our Lego build complete. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and maybe comment and subscribe down below. A big thank you to Stephen for doing another Lego build with me. And I'd like to give a shout out to his channel as well, which is Opinion Nation.
Yeah.
It's a bit different from this channel. Deals more with political issues of the day, dinosaurs and health issues. Yeah, it's a very mixed channel.
Yeah.
But I'll put a link to his channel down below so you can check him out if you want to. So from me and Stephen, we'll see you again next time for another Lego build on this, or the dinosaur Lego build.
Yeah.
We'll see which one we do next. Let me know down below which one you prefer us to see, another aeroplane build or the dinosaur build. Till next time guys, bye!
Auf Wiedersehen.